So this is the seventh lecture, semantic content brief explanation. Last I have explained you this is the structure, this is the top query and SEO element which I provide. So then here like main query term, these are the relevant query as per the priority and the volume and relevant. These are mentioned here. I try to extract the irrelevant like not mentioned here, but for my writer I sometimes mention all. They know which to cover in the content. And then these are here you can mention also 2 to 3 top competitor, but in example the top 3 competitor are covering the same, they are ranking for almost 90% of the same query. So you can take one or two and then also visualize that competitor. It so you can see in the layout of Core in the right side he mentioned one or two competitor like in the health niche or these are the same method like here I have done. And like you can check so see this is one of the top competitor which is covering this topic like security tips, and he is ranking on this. So important point here I will explain you. You have to check the position that which on the same topic which his query term is first position and then second. Then you can easily understand how Google is prioritize his query terms. So then you can more optimize your content. Like here you can see he's ranking first position on security van. So see WAN safe, security system for WAN security lock. So these are all the relevant entity and attribute which are already in my complete context semantic content brief, and these also will covered by a content writing naturally in the content form. So see this is very like logical, and you have to in the like filter you have to filterize it by position. So then you can understand which these like each query is ranking. You see WAN security is the main term, WAN secure WAN, these are relevant, so I have that's why covering these. So this is the structure. And okay, these are the 5 step like I told you in this rough format. These like query term first, like these are the steps. First you have to analyze the query terms with a computator with a PPA and each thing, then contextual vector, then you have to semantical, then hierarchy. These are the steps. So here in little more good format I am explaining you like these. You have to find the topical map, like you have to do the SERP competitor top ranking pages. See, so let give it a try. So see here, if I search a WAN security, just WAN security, because this is the main central theme. Then came WAN security tips, how to solution and these things. But the main query term, I should be ranking for WAN security and all the relevant term. So that's why the complete semantic content brief should be very like brief. You can check it is not a like small or 5 to 10 heading. It is almost like 10 to 15. Here you can see it is almost 20. And if I add relevant FAQ 4 to 5, so it is 25 heading content brief. So that's why it need to cover each and every aspect. So here you can visualize even in the AI overview. That's why here important in relevant FAQ, I always cover FAQ in each content brief in the end. But it should be little different than the already content brief. So the content should not be thin, it should be rich content. So because this type of overview, AI overview, you would be ranking easily. So you can check here like these are the all entity which I covered. Like here you can see alarm system, deadlock, window covering, these type of see alarm system, steering lock. This is I cover in my content. When I will show you complete content brief, you will check it. Then came below, you can, these FAQ, these are naturally covered in my content, but in the logical flow, like how to make when secure, what is the meaning of security, how to think cyber security. So see, these are top competitor which are ranking for these accessories and these. So my source content is same. My client website is about accessories. So that's why I cover this topic to interlink to main accessories and rank for them. Like here you can even see. So see, this is, now if I came to like beauty tips, like my main topic informational theme, little I will show you. So see, my complete theme of the article is like van security in 2025. This date stamp is also important. uh, every SEO know. So these are the like best tips protect vehicle and tool from theft. So all relevant link, your title and H1 should be very optimized, so it give overview of the complete article. So these are about these things. So you can check even in the SERP result about tips, van security tips, a tradesman guide keeping your van. So see, this is relevant competitor like 29 DA, and he's ranking for these parking your van safely. So see, they have mentioned parking, which already I have catered this parking area where to park. So here you can see PPA, how do you stop a van theft? This is very important heading I have covered. So see, these are all informational blog which covered here. And when you can see the content brief I have covered, these all things are covered. You also have to see people also search for, like these are the pattern of the query. Like first they search when security tips, and next query format, how it processes. These little explanation I have already covered in my many post. You can overview those. Then you, like, how to stop your van being stolen. So these are the next. So these also you can cater for these query in FAQs and in micro content, which you can see in my like content. So now this is the complete, and let me explain you. So this is the first step. You have to analyze the complete query from different like SERP competitor, knowledge graph, and Wikipedia, PPA, and auto suggest these. After then you can listen. Then you have to see the gap, which maybe two competitor are covering, but third is not covering. So then you have to prioritize these things as per those. Then the second, contextual vector and structuring should be like as per heading should follow entity relationship, not like just a random keyword. Like there should be a relation between each and attribute. And your these heading should be priority, like on priority and priority of interest, like what user expect to see first and then likely to see next. This is the query path pattern, like what query path, like first, then the second query, how Google suggests. So this type of, and then you have to use like declarative, integrative, and these type of heading, what it gain the confidence of a user when it reading. Like it is not some fluff or this type. It attract a user. Third is like you have to make a logical semantic flow. This is very important. Like your main one, H1 should be relevant to your source content, and it should represent the complete document. like main entity context. Major sub entity should be in, and within relation should be covered in H2. Then the micro content and attribute and other things should be covered in H3. And your structure, this should follow predictive query structuring, like what even the crawler or the crawler or the Google can predict what should be the next, so that should be very easy. Then I have never faced indexing issue like this type of content brief covering, like it is very logically and they index within very fast. So due to this, like predictive query structuring, user will find next search behavior, so this type of. And then the third, like fourth thing, like article, that should be very very specific to the point. Like you have to mention that in this heading you have to mention definition, or you have to provide list, or you have to provide guide or comparison. That has to be mentioned in your contextual structure. Then the flow will be logical. Like these are the important thing, then the complete article will be logical if you mention these. And in these you have to mention even some terms like which to be covered, like LSI term, like a synonym, like entity. If you are like just a local SEO, if you are covering like in Canada, Ontario, so on is the like relevant, but for Google you have to cover both the term. So it is like the good practice. These are like you have to include in your different thing. And then the final thing, like interlinking strategy, it should be not like just a random thing. It should be like semantic thing, like a crawler can easily understand where it link and logical. Like this type of avoid use very descriptive and entity rich anchor. Each should be have like relevancy and support. So this is the in next lecture I will like explain this content brief, the structure, how on these point it is linked, like how this first point, second point is as per like semantic content network. So you will then understand the example. So in the next lecture we will explain this with a like a real overview.